Hello Ravencoin lovers, this is Raven Rebels with a development update video. We're gonna talk Ravencoin and wallets. And we have this project that we're working on, multi-wallet. You see it on the screen, and that's the basis of this video. Let's get rolling. Okay, so what is a wallet? You can say, when you talk about crypto, you can say that your wallet is actually your 12 words. Sure, you can install 5 different software wallets, right, and use the same 12 words, but it's actually same. It's the same wallet, right? Anyway, so you can say that a software wallet is just a way, like a portal. It's a bit like a web browser. The web browser lets you browse the web, view the web. You can view the same website in different web browsers. It's still the same website, and you have your 12 words. That's your private key, super key, and you can view the funds and you can transfer stuff using that with any software. So what we have done here is to build something in JavaScript and Typescript. It's fully open source and available, so you go to GitHub, Raven Rebels, anyone can install it anytime. Permissionless. So we go into multi-wallet. Here you have the code. And what is this? Well, first let's check. We have it running in the cloud, so we have it on testnet.ting.finance. And on this proof of concept, we have 3 profiles. So let's be Barry. I want to be Barry on testnet. I want to do stuff on Ravencoin testnet with Barry. You can see that Barry has lots of Ravencoins on the testnet. He can see his balance, he can send stuff, and he can receive Ravencoin. And he also has his history of... right now we only show you received history. In the future you will see sent as well. It's a little bit more complicated. And this is just a proof of concept, so take it for what it is, but you can go in. It's free for everyone to go to testnet ting finance and go in, play around. It's a good tool for you if you're building something on testnet and you want to try to send stuff to your application. You can use this. But to make it more fun, let's set this one up locally. How do we do that? Well, we have started the code server here locally on port 80, so we start. Nice. And maybe to make this more educational, I have prepared, this one has 3 hard-coded users. Hard-coded user 1, 2, 3. That's something you need to do in software development. You need to early learn to scope down. Stop starting, start finishing. So when you start, it's totally okay to have 3 hard-coded users and you can start working. Later on, you build the fancy user management stuff and however you want to do it. With social media logins, or if you want the user to type in the 12 words himself, whatever. Doesn't matter right now. So don't make it an issue. That's why we have hard-coded users. To make this more fun, we have of course prepared a user number 4. And what is that? That is Party Animal. Party Animal. We are using a picture or a photo from Pixabay. Pixabay is a great service if you need to have graphical content like images and some videos. It's free for everyone to use, so it's royalty-free images. So go to Pixabay and find stuff. I searched for Party Animal and I found this dog. So we have prepared a profile for him, and I generated 12 words from ravencoin.org/bip44 where you can generate words. So let's do a slight change here in the code. Here we have list public profiles. Then we also have to add user 4. And we restart the server. Compiles from TypeScript to JavaScript, so give it some seconds. TypeScript is just some sugar on top of JavaScript to get really nice typing. So now if we reload, looky, we have Party Animal. And I already tried, so if you log in him, I already gave him some funds. But to make this demo even better, Perhaps we should change that. So we say, yes, call it mnemonic 2. Let's generate a new mnemonic for him. Ravencoin.org/bip44. Generate new words. New words we have. Mnemonic. And now, if we restart now, he will not. The party animal is broke. We reload the page and we see that this poor party animal has nothing. So let's send something to this party animal, of course. So we open our wallet that we have here. This is nice. This is Raven, the node, which is your single source, your source of truth, has every information there is on the blockchain. So this is your portal into the blockchain. And it's also your 12 words. And so because you can start this one in disabled wallet mode, which is better. You don't get this fancy pansy. I can show it later. It becomes more clear that it's actually a node. So let's send, how much should we send? We should send 1001 to party. No, sorry. We called it 1000. We have to call it party animal 2. We already have a party animal. So let's send, and let's see what happens. So this is a project running all the code necessary to generate the keys to ask the questions. Okay, this is the addresses for party animal. What kind of unspent transaction output does he have? Does he have any funds? And now it sees in the mempool that some transactions are happening here. So we see that it's in or outgoing transactions. So we see something is happening. And also, as you saw, we had this old mnemonic, so we could actually be fancy-pansy and create yet another user using that old. So we don't, no reason to waste 2000 coins on testnet. We call that one 5, and then we call it. Maybe we have like an electrical bicycle or something. Is it spelled like this? Maybe you want to save. Savings, electric bicycle. Maybe you want to save stuff to the electric bicycle. We should of course get a electric bike. This was cool. Let's take this image. I have no idea how that works, but let's do it. And we start again. So now we will have yet another wallet. We are creating wallets like crazy here on our local. And you see, now Party Animal received 1001 tokens. Party Animal can of course also send stuff. So if we now sign out, we should have a 5th. No, we don't have a 5th because we didn't add it to the server. We should say also show number 5. So we get 5. When this has compiled, we will have 5 different wallets or whatever, profiles. It's kind of cool because you can use this application later on. Maybe you have a small company. Maybe these people work together and they sign in to their bar where they perhaps they work in a bar and Barry is the bar owner and Catherine and Drake works together with Barry. When they come to work, they sign in on the iPad and Catherine can access all the assets related to her work and she can sign out and go home when she's done. Don't mix her personal stuff with job. At the same time, Barry can manage it if necessary. That's one concept. The other scenario is that you as one single person use it. So you have your Party Animal account, you have your savings account, like savings for electric bicycle. And here you have, how much do you have in your you have saved 2,202 Raven for your electric bicycle. So maybe you think that you are a responsible, environmental friendly person. So you think that, hey, maybe I should move some funds from my Part Animal account to my savings account. So you say, I save 500 Raven, I send to my savings account. Sorry for that. I have a bit of a cold. And we get a transaction ID, so we can go to Solus' wonderful block explorer and see that, haha, we have an unconfirmed transaction broadcasted to the network. Let's sign in again with a saving bicycle. And here we have this. And one really cool thing is you take this, this will come in a later edition, that you can lock it down and say, okay, only show tokens from this or assets from this main assets. So you can have only show Barry bucks. Barry might have like Barry bucks. Money that you can use. You can use that when you eat and have fun at Barry's bar. You can use the Barry bucks, and Barry bucks might be worth like, I don't know, Australian dollar, but Barry has the advantage. If he's minting his Barry bucks, perhaps he can have happy hour anytime. A rainy Sunday, no one is visiting his bar, maybe it's a lockdown, and Barry can still sell Barry bucks online, get income, and he has happy hour, and I say, okay, nice, let's spend $500 and buy Barry bucks, because I know I will go eating there with my friends. I know I spend money at Barry's bar, so why not buy Barry bucks? And he gives me 500 Barry bucks for $450. I make a profit. It's good for me, right? And he can increase his selling because he can sell at any time. He can sell 24 hours per day. He cannot sell a beer to me unless the bar is open and have to be at that physical location normally. But with Barry bucks, he can sell stuff all the time. He can time limit it and say, this is Barry bucks, only valid 2023. Okay, I can buy Barry bucks and send to someone. And then he can make a system like this where I can easily log in with I can sign in with my social media account, and I have my profile, and I get my Barry bucks. And then, of course, if I'm Catherine and I have some Barry bucks here, of course I can withdraw them to my own Ravencoin wallets. That's the point, right? It's peer-to-peer, so you can do that. But it's important to work with if we want to have adoption on Ravencoin, we need on-ramps that are user-friendly, super simple, super easy. Like, don't make me think. You should be like, click, next, done. Now you're in. Oh, you want some Barry bucks? Here you go. Here you have some Barry bucks. Nice. So everything is, we're really using Ravencore here as infrastructure. And you can send it to your own possession, whatever you like. There's nothing in this. You can tear this apart. Everything is on the blockchain. This is just visualizing what's on the blockchain, and it's only using what's on the blockchain. That's it. So nothing of its own. Wonderful. So here we see that, let's go and see here if we did manage to send. If we go to Part Animal now, we should have less money, right? Because we sent to our bicycle account. Yes, 500. And you see that it has used a little bit for the transaction. And if we go to savings, electric bike, you see that we have received, we had 2002, now we have 2702. You can go to history and see your history. Right now you only see received funds. In the future you will see what you have sent as well. Very nice. This software will work on clones or forks of Ravencoin, such as Evermore, Meowcoin, Neoxa, whatever they're called. Good stuff. Let's take a look at the code, because we love code. Once again, everything total open source. Fork it, clone it, contribute with code, help out, store it, share it. We have no stars. No stars. We have no stars. No one likes it on GitHub. That's life as a Ravencoin developer. You live in the shadows. Anyway, blockchain, this is where all the fun stuff goes, and in ASDF, because we lack a better naming, here you have the stuff, for example, to send Ravencoin. Okay, generate addresses needed from a mnemonic key. In the future, when we have JavaScript code publicly available open source that enables you to sign transactions in the browser open source, we don't need it. We have to do it server-side right, because that's what we have right now. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. This is what we can do, because this is where we are. So we start here. So we get addresses, we check, we ask the blockchain, okay, how many unspent transaction outputs do we have? And filter out so we only get the Raven ones. And only need enough. For example, we sent 500, then we only need enough UTXO to cover that transaction. And we calculate like what fee we should have. Right now it's hard-coded, 0.02. And we set the change address and blah, blah, blah stuff. And then we create a raw transaction using the inputs and outputs. When we have a raw transaction, we have to get the addresses and get all the private keys for the addresses. Then again, we ask the nodes, please sign these raw transactions using them keys. And back we get a signed transaction. And when we have a signed transaction, we broadcast it, we send it on the network. If you are fancy-pantsy, you will see that we have also transfer assets. It's upcoming, it's almost done. So soon we will have that as well. So I hope you liked this video. Check out the code on GitHub. Feel free to star it. We have 0 stars right now. You can test this one on testnet.ting.finance. It's open for everyone to try out. No sign-in whatsoever. And then you can run it locally. You have your, it should have full instructions here how to do it. The README should be good enough. You need to have your node running, and you also need to have your node running with all them fancy indexing. It really needs all them indices. Otherwise it doesn't work. And that takes time. It takes time to download the node, and it takes time to re-index. It can take like a day. And then you follow the instructions and you're up running locally. If you like this video, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please give it a like, share it with friends and family, anyone who wants to see it. If you have questions or remarks or comments, just drop them comments. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for giving your time. Bye.